podcast.
Yeah, save it for the podcast.
And now we're live.
Yay!
We're live. Okay, nerds. Today is one of the moments we honestly didn't think would ever happen. We have the Warden herself on the pod. Yes, J.R. Ward is here on Fiction Fanatics with us.
Thank you
She's
for
the
having
reason
me. Boop, boop.
we are so excited. She's the reason our vampire-loving hearts beat the way they do. The creator of the Black Dagger Brotherhood and the mastermind behind so many late nights where we've said just one more chapter and then it's 3 or 4 in the morning and we're not sleeping. And the timing could not be more perfect. Lover Forbidden drops September 9th. And season 2 of the Black Dagger Brotherhood show is on the way. We're living our best fangirl lives right now. So let's buckle up. We cannot wait to pick your mind.
Yay! Thanks so much for having me. And listen, and we were just before we hit record, we were just like, I am wearing PJ bottoms and box shorts on the bottom. So I don't want anyone to think that, like, you know, I'm just happy to be here.
She's so put together.
Yeah.
I know.
I was like, oh, I love it. Yes, I have to tell you, when I saw the picture on Instagram of like the script too of Black Dagger Brotherhood you picked up, I literally was at work and I was like, fuck, yes, I'm so excited. Like I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, but
it's totally happening. Yeah.
There's no reason it shouldn't, because it was so good. Like it has to happen.
It was so addicting. And I know I've said this before, like, I wrote the book, okay? Like, so like I had been through that book, getting it into production 800 times. And then I got it through production and then it's been out for 20 years. I've been talking about it for 20 years. Like, and then I have like casting approval, script approval, like director approval, the whole thing. Even still, when I watched the series for the first time, I was like, I wonder if they're going to get together. What's going to happen next? And I was watching it with my best friend and she was like, you wrote this, bitch. You remember? Like you wrote it, you know. And I was like, oh, I know. But I think that like, that's the reason why I waited for so long to go with Tosca, is because I knew like she does the book. It's really just the book. Like, and yes, you can't put everything in it and some things have to kind of be arranged and stuff. But I mean, that's the joy of Passionflix, like both for authors and people who have readers and fandom like mine. Like it's everything, because it is just the book. And so Lover Eternal is going to be the book, you know?
I have no words. It's so funny. Sorry, Stacey, just real fast, because I obviously am on Passionflix and watching it. But my husband was like, "What's this Passionflix that's like coming out of our account?" And I was like, "Don't even worry about it.
No, like, don't even ask. Don't even ask.
It was funny when it came out and I was telling my friends about it and they're like, oh, I can watch it. And I was like, yes, but you can't have my login. You have to go subscribe, because every person counts. And this can never end.
It totally is. But we are like legit greenlit. Like, I mean, it's season 2 is like absolutely happening. And it's only happening because the readers and the fandom and the Passionistas got behind the show. And like, the fact that like you all fucking crashed the platform 4 times, like it's amazing. I think like there were a lot of people who rightfully so were a little bit nervous about watching it. Like, was this really like, you know, you're going to fuck with the pictures in my mind, whatever. Like the support for the series has been absolutely incredible. And the actors legitimately are readers now. They've read all the books. They love these characters, like, and they're in for the long haul. It's just a special group of people who are doing this. And then Passionflix, very small studio, and still there's like 100 people who worked on this thing, but like, you know, like it's a small group of totally committed people who love this series and love these characters that we love so much.
That's so great. The casting is phenomenal in this for everybody, but I have to say the actress that plays Beth, like that is what I pictured in my mind. It's so crazy.
100%. And the thing is that Olivia, so I saw probably like 8 auditions for each of the different roles. And the instant I saw Olivia, I was like, she's our Beth. And interestingly enough, like we got my top choice for each, like there was such a consensus among the casting director and the folks at Passionflix and myself about who we wanted. And Beth was Olivia. The thing that she has to do, she's got to be credible for a strong woman. Like you can't, like, she has to be able to stand up to Wrath. She's got to be credible as like someone who's been through a lot, you know, and she's just knocked it out of the fucking park.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was Butch. I've never.
I was gonna say, Butch.
Okay.
That is insane. Better than I pictured.
Okay.
Better than I pictured.
So here's the thing: when we got, my team is downstairs because we're doing the virtual signing for Lover Forbidden, and as I just said, we're wrapping it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first audition I got. Okay, and as soon as I got it, and I heard the voice, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's what, so I ran downstairs to the team and I was like, oh my God, I think we found it. And so we all like huddled around my phone, and the instant, even on the audition, they like squealed. They're like, oh my God. Okay. So I now know Michael Rourke, right? And he's like the nut, but he is legitimately that character. Like for real, like, and he's got a little bit of an accent and stuff. And like, and I get to see him this weekend at the Cincy event, and I can't wait. But what's funny about it is he's had a huge response within the fandom and the readers, and they call him Zaddy, and they're like,
yes,
oh,
as everybody should.
Zaddy, hey. So yeah, no, I totally get it. Totally get it.
Yeah. When he popped on the screen, I literally was like, oh my fucking God.
Yes, he just is. So I started rereading like as I was watching the first season, and when I got to Butch's book, I was like, this is all I'm just picturing. Mike. So phenomenal.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, it got a little awkward for me because when the scenes between he and Victory, who plays Marissa, like while it's happening in the series, like I'd be like, oh my God, and then I'm like, oh my God, wait, I know this man, I know him. Like it's so weird. It's like I like he's not Butch, but he really is. It's cognitive dissonance there. He's a wonderful guy too, nicest guy you ever want to meet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just feel like the casting for the show, I've been thinking about these books being like shows or movies since I started reading them so long ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like it must have just like lined up perfectly with the universe because everyone is so great that is cast in this. It just is, it's honestly so mind blowing how great they fit.
It's so weird about, so everyone got hired, and then they started filming like roughly around October 1st last year, and it was 45 days of shooting, and it was like butt fucking cold. Okay. like and it's not like cold like, okay, it's like, you know, negative 2,000 degrees, but when you are out doing scenes, and it's supposed to be in July for Dark Lover, and these people are in like just shirts, they're not in parkas and stuff, and like you're out there shooting at like 3:30 in the morning in a fucking button down shirt, like you're fucking cold, right? And it was grueling. It was grueling. I promised Tosca, I was like, I promise I will write only about librarians in the future, like that like work 9 to 5, you know, whatever. So the feedback from the set was there wasn't a bad apple among them. Like everyone got along, and like it was immediately like the vibe. And so all the brothers got to Atlanta, and I guess they started maybe November 1st. I can't remember if it was October or November 1st when they started shooting, but it was really cold. But Tosca brought all the boys in like 10 days beforehand so they could all start to get to know each other. They formed friendships. They're getting together for birthdays in LA, like overseas, like they're now really good friends in real life, which is just great because we're, God willing, going to be doing this for the next 10 fucking years. So
yes, please. Yes, you can tell that they, well, I obviously follow all of them on Instagram, obviously, and you on Instagram, so it does seem like that they're all very close now. It's so cool to see.
Yeah
That's so great. So then, since we're talking about the TV show, so season 2, is there anything you can like share about it, or that you're super excited about?
They are looking to, sorry, I just totally cut you off.
No,
because I'm just so excited. They are going to start filming like right around the new year. Like it's going to be right after the new year. And they're looking to bring the episodes out again in the summer. So that's what because I think that like having been through the whole thing, including with all the script approvals and then like the shoes and the way it all goes, and then also like what are these characters and how are they all work, I think it's going to be much more efficient. Not that it was inefficient, but it's going to be even more efficient as we do the next season, because we kind of all know what our roles are, and like everyone works really well together. So I actually heard that this morning, they're hoping to bring it out next summer, which would be great, just like they did this summer.
Yeah.
So exciting.
That'd be great. And like you said, like now, I mean, they got to know each other and they're friends, and like now these connections are going to be even deeper. So I can't even imagine the chemistry for next season. It's going to be
the other thing
great.
is like, and I think that you bring up something that's really, really significant, is the chemistry. Like you can even see it on set. Like there's this, it got posted on Instagram, but there's this like behind the scenes thing where Zadis and Rage are hanging out in this hallway. And so Alex, who plays Rage, and Andrew, who's really getting into the Z character, like that's a big character to like get into. And so both of them were kind of like getting mentally prepared to shoot. And so like Andrew is against the wall like this, and he's got his like head down, and he's like, and they're all totally costumed, like whatever. And then behind him, like Alex is like, got his like beats on, and he's like, you know, got his lollipop, and he's like, you know, just kind of boogieing, and someone comes by and he goes, hey, and he's like boogieing, you know, and it's like that's really who they are. It was great. And I think that goes to, they are actors, they are professional, but I think they each got chosen because there's an aspect of the character in them, because what they had to do was so effortless for them, you know?
Oh, definitely. You can like see it come out in their personalities. And like even on like their behind the scenes stuff, like when they're like working out together on Instagram, like they post a photo, they almost look like brothers. Like that's
they totally do. And it was great when we had the premiere in New York City in June, just seeing everyone together. It was great. And they all like went out in packs and stuff. And of course I'm a toddler, so I go to bed like 10 o'clock is a stretch for me. Like I'm like, so I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I mean, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like fucking cross-eyed, you know, because I'm a toddler, you know, but they had a wonderful time. And Gene, who plays Fritz, hung out until 4 a.m. 4 a.m.
I'm not even surprised.
Oh my God, Gene is the best. And his daughter was getting married in November. He shaved his beard for us. He like always has a beard, but Fritz, I mean, he has to be like, that's just the whole thing. And so he actually, in his daughter's wedding pictures, he's beardless because of the role. But anyway, so he was out hanging out. He's 73 years old or whatever it was. He's hanging out with the boys, 4 a.m., you know, oh my gosh, it was hysterical.
I'd be dead. Yeah, he'd probably be doing circles around me.
I'm like 9 p.m. I'm in bed reading now.
I'm like, no.
Literally.
And, at the premiere, actually, the person who got the most yells and cheers was Gene as Fred.
As
like,
yeah, he should.
He's holding them together.
He's totally holding them together, and he's so perfect.
He is. When I was watching it, the first comment I made to my best friend was, "I would literally die for Fritz." Like,
oh my God, we must protect him at all costs. Like,
at all costs.
That's so exciting.
Gosh. I love it.
Is there, because I'm sure we all have like our favorite things for season 2 that we're excited about, but do you have a certain scene that you're super excited about in season 2?
So there's the scene when Rage goes to see her at Bella's, and she's not doing well. And Mary is a controversial heroine for a lot of people because of the, you know, some of the people who are like in the Mary's not so hot camp. The criticism is that she was awfully hard on Rage. And there's the scene where he comes to see her at the farmhouse, and she basically is like, you know, whatever, like we're not, you know, and he leaves and he goes down off the porch. And then all of a sudden she comes exploding out of the house, and she's like, I'm not okay. And like, she throws herself into his, like, there are some real, not that there weren't in Dark Lover, but there were some real, like real deep connection moments between the two of them. Like whether they're at like TGI Fridays, right? And Rage is so beautiful. And Mary, you know, figures I'm going to leave, like whatever. And he sits down with her, and there are all these beautiful ways, and he is beautiful women around, or like attractive women around, or whatever. And all he's doing is like he's locked on her, and she's waiting for him to like look at the waitress or look for, and he's just all about her. Like, so I just, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, and then there's that one really heart-wrenching scene that is going to be awful to film that I also. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff actually I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah. I am very excited about the moments like that with them where she's just expecting him to be like checking out all these other women, and he's just so focused on her. It's gonna be so great to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just love this character. He's this beautiful, like, could be an actor character, and so you don't always think that they're complex. But I feel like with Mary, he feels so complex, like their relationship when they talk. So yeah.
Well, and you know, that's an interesting point that you bring up, because I was not excited to write his book at all. Like, and that's something that like at a Polycon, Jen Armitage was like, oh, and Jill Stein was like, that's her boyfriend. That's her boyfriend.
She loves him.
Yeah, she loves him. And I was like, oh God, sorry. I'm gonna get kicked out of a Polycon before it even starts, like on opening night. But no, I wasn't excited. Well, here's the thing. I knew I was gonna get fired because I got fired from my first publisher. So because I'm an optimist, I was in tears when I sent off the pitch for the whole series, because I knew no one was ever going to buy it because it was too far out there. Like, that was, bear in mind, it was 20 years ago. So what was out there then is like mild now. But like, I was like, okay, this is never going to work. So then I got a 3-book contract, and I had the first 10 Black Dagger Brotherhood books in my head. And since I was clearly going to get fired from my second publisher, because that's just what was going to happen, I would never get over it if I couldn't write Zeta's book. He was supposed to be the 10th book in the series, because I had a 3-book contract and I was going to get fired and no one was going to read these books. I knew that I was never going to get over it if I didn't get a chance to write him before I went back and was a lawyer for the rest of my life. So I knew that, like, because like the next book is always apparent as I get towards the end of whatever Black Dagger Brotherhood book I'm working on. And I just, Rage kept being the next one. Like, I just knew that that's where it was going to happen. I just knew it. He had the dragon, like, but I didn't have any interest in writing him, because I was like, okay, what a fucking story. You look like Brad Pitt and you got a fucking like dragon. Cry me a goddamn river.
World is so unfair.
Like, talk about privilege, motherfucker. I'm like, I am not feeling this bitch at all. I was so annoyed, but I was like, fine. And then I got into it and fell completely in love with him because of his, you know, the things that he learned about himself, because he kind of was that little shit for a while. And then he got the curse, and then, you know, learning how to manage it. And like, I thought it was just, he turned out to be so interesting and so fascinating. And just, I fell in love with him. And by the end, by that scene when she is in the hospital and he's praying to the scribe virgin and the whole thing, and I'm like, you know, so yeah,
Same.
Yeah. We love to see his growth.
Yeah.
You just want to love him. You want to just hold him.
Yeah, he is like the golden retriever of the Brotherhood, you know?
And it's so true what you said, because we were all reading these books too when they came out. And it's just funny when you said like how nothing else was really out there when these were coming out. And so when people talk about like their favorite romance books or like these vampire books, I'm like, you guys have been sleeping on it and don't understand that J.R. Ward has been doing this from the beginning. Like, I went on this huge, soapbox thing about, because I'm here for it, how there's much more like queer representation and stuff. And I go, people don't know about Blay and Quinn, and they need to know about it because she started this, and I will scream.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's interesting that you bring that up. So you may have heard this before, but like, so when it came to them, it took me 18 months to convince my publisher to publish that book.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I knew that they were up next. And there's like, and so, and my publisher, I'm not demonizing them. Like, it was a very different time in this country, and a very different, we still have a long, long, long way to go, but it was very different back when they came out almost 10 years ago. And I just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And finally I can remember my editor, who was also the boss of that entire publishing unit. She was like, okay. She's like, just do it. So I wrote them with absolute loving abandon because they are like one of my favorite couples ever. And I remember telling her, I was like, you are not going to the events. You are not seeing the number of people that are asking. They just want to know what happens with them. They just want the romance. And so when it came out, it was one of the most popular releases we've ever had for the whole series. And the readership just, man, got behind that fucking book and put it #1 on the fucking Times list. And it was the first gay romance that had ever been #1 on hardcover fiction, ebooks, and print and ebook combined. And the readership did that. It wasn't me. Like I wrote the book, but it was that they embraced those two people and their love story at a time in the country where like that kind of stuff was, so there was no legal marriage. There was, you know, I mean, and I was so impressed and proud of the fandom and the readers for like fucking getting behind that book. And and it was interesting because I was asked, sorry, I'm on my soapbox.
Go ahead.
We love it. We love it.
We're getting fucking soapy. Okay. But I remember being at one of like a conference, and this woman who identified as a lesbian, well, she was a lesbian, said, you know, I just want to ask you, you know, what was it like writing that book and like releasing it and stuff, and I said, well, I'm gonna disappoint you about the reason why I wrote it. I just wrote it because it was the next love story that needed to be told in the series. Like it was not like, and by the way, I mean, I'm all about activism and stuff for people if that is what they're called to do. But I really was a love story about two people, and that was what it was for me. And she was actually, I was like, oh God, you know, because I want it was a statement, yes, but it was also a conviction that love is just love.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was gonna say that almost is kind of like the best form of activism though, because that's all they want. They just want it to be normal. And this is just like a normal love story between people. So like,
and by the way, like I have a great deal of privilege. I mean, like trust me, I know how lucky I am. And also the fact that I'm not a gay person writing the like romance. I understand that since I'm not coming from lived experience. I mean, like I don't want it to come like I'm giving myself some atta girl for like doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is how fucking awesome of the readership and the fandom to embrace that book at a time in the country where, you know, that was, we're still evolving and we need to evolve more. But I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to give myself an atta girl, but I bought multiple copies of that book, so I can try to get to
that. Let's go.
Dude,
actually.
I would ask Stacey, when me and Stacey were reading that book together, I was like, oh my God, I love all of them, but is this my favorite book? This is my favorite book. Like,
but I think it did so well, and it's so important. It's like you said, it just felt like it was the natural progression for the series. And I think that's so important. Like, yes, it was making this statement, which is so great and it's so important, but it just, and maybe this is why your series resonate with people so much. It just felt like this natural progression of love and like telling people's stories. And yeah, we stayed up till like 4 a.m. reading it, and we bought all these copies. And
I called into work so I could sit on my couch and like,
Stacey,
again.
Stacey, what was the book signing? We went to one of your book signings, but I don't think it was Blay and Quinn's, but like we just did like a 1-day trip to Cincinnati from Indiana's where we are, and we were like, reading it. We're
fucking going.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Cincy event every year is like a high point of my year every year, and I love to be there. Like, it's good. The 20th anniversary of Dark Lover coming out was actually September 5th, and so the fact that we're having like 1,100 people this year is just amazing. And with 7 members of the cast coming, it's going to be super fun. And I can't wait for everyone to to get a chance to question the actors directly, because the only time that they've really appeared, together was part of the premiere. And, I think I hope we're going to have a really good time on Saturday.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be the energy. If people don't know, you have to go to one of her live signings. The energy there, well, the energy you bring, and then the energy of like when we went, and this was like 10, when we go like 8 years, 10 years, or something like that. The energy is insane with people there. It's just like up here, like
yeah,
people
great.
have to go to a live signing. It's
Katie, aren't you going to the Cincinnati?
No, I'm going to the
You're what?
I'm going to Orlando in December.
Great. Listen, hit me up. I'd love to see you.
Okay, you will. Absolutely.
Give you a hug beforehand.
I will probably cry. Just
literally, she's like, I can just tell in her face. She's like, okay, I'm gonna die, but it's great. Yeah. I'm so happy.
Since we're sorry, go ahead, Katie.
No, please.
Since we're talking too much about the Black Dagger Brotherhood, can we talk about your new book coming out? Which this will air when the book is coming out. So we're so excited.
So look at the sprayed edges.
I know, it's beautiful.
I was like, they did such a nice job. Sorry, I'm trying to get this. Like, they did.
She's gorgeous.
She really is. And there's a lot of magic in this book, which I'm like super excited. I had a fucking blast writing this. And the thing is like, so the way it works is I have pictures in my head and they propagate and they never come in order. So my only job, I'm not smart enough to think any of this shit up. My only job is to put it in like a chronological order and an order that like makes sense emotionally. And then just transcribe the scenes in my head such that if people are reading them, they can kind of approximate what I'm seeing. And the way it works inevitably is I get like 90% of the book, like very detail oriented, very detailed outline. And then I just like write and I just replay the scenes as I go. There's always 10%, which fucks me in the ass. Okay. 10% every single book. There's like shit happens that's not in there. And it's always the best 10% of the book happens. Like when I'm in there and it corkscrewed at the end. Oh my God, did this book corkscrew on me? So anyway, I'm really excited for people to read. For like the ending, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, we're here. No, we're here. Okay, okay, here we go. So I'm really super excited.
We are so excited.
I'm like, when we're done with this interview, I'll just be standing on my porch like this, waiting for my pre-order, like waiting for it to show up. But yeah, this book sounds so incredible. Also, I'm just like I love the way books look and the way they did the sprayed edges and the cover for this.
Yes.
I mean,
I agree.
It's just,
and here's the thing, like I fear change. Okay. So when they suggested that they were going to kind of redo the packaging a little bit, I was like, I don't know. But then when I saw this, and then particularly like when I held it, it's a heavy book. And I love the cover, and I just think they did a great job. And these are the covers that we're going to do from now on. This is like a permanent change. This is not like something that we just did because it's the 20th anniversary. And I'm sorry. Can I bring up one other thing?
We love it.
Excited about?
Yes, whatever you want to talk about.
I was about to say, like the 20th anniversary Insider's Guide is coming in December.
I think I saw something about that.
And I am so excited. So Liz Berry and Jill Stein, who are Blue Box Press, are like two of my very best book friends. And they're the ones who are publishing it. And so we had like a bunch of ideas that we're going to do. And I ended up like, there's so much, like, so there's this long introduction that like made Liz Berry cry. She's my editor. She just made her bawl about everything. And then there was supposed to be this like interview kind of tongue-in-cheek thing with me and the brothers. Okay, made her cry about that. And it's like so long, much longer than we thought. And then there's a story at the back called Happy Anniversary. So because we've made like the jump forward, so now we're doing the love stories of the kids. One of the things that people have brought up is, well, what the fuck happened for the 33 years? Okay? Yeah. Like you fucked us out of 33 years. And so this really has to do with like it gives some insight about what things were like for Beth during those 33 years. And then there's like so there's like flashbacks with a contemporary timeline about some things that Rat did that did we make good choices? We did not make good choices. So the repercussions of that. Anyway, so made her cry on that. So I'm like, okay, I as long as Liz Berry needs tissues for all those three things, I'm like, it's going to be a great book. I think readers are really going to like it. And that comes out like December 2nd. And that's when I'm doing the Orlando event.
That is so exciting.
Oh my God.
I love the way the brothers, like when you did the original Insider's Guide, like, and you, the way they speak to you.
It's amazing.
The first time I read the first Insider's Guide, I was like, I want to be in her head. I want to know I want them to talk to me like that. Like, excuse me? True? Yes?
yeah, it's totally. That's the interview between myself and them. Like we were gonna do this thing where it was gonna be, kind of like, like whatever, jokey, like line. And that was not. Whenever I don't get writer's block, because I just like, as long as I'm doing what my Rice Krispies tell me, like everything works out well. But for some reason, I couldn't do the interview. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I need to, okay, time's ticking, bitches. Like, all right, we gotta, we're not doing this shit for our health, And so all of a sudden, I closed my eyes and I realized I was in the back of the Mercedes and Fritz was driving me up the mountain to the mansion. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not writing this. We are not doing this. We're not getting real here. We're going to do jokey shit. We're not doing this because it is kind of like emotional to have been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden it stops and Fritz comes and opens the door. Like I'm seeing this, like I'm experiencing it because that's how it works for me. And I step out and there's the mansion and there's the fountain and there's the pit. And I was like, oh shit. And so I end up going down this rabbit hole where it's like very, anyway, so I really hope people will read it because I think it was really great to do it like a round circle after 20 years with the original brothers.
Oh I cannot wait. Like to get a book in September and then turn around and get this Insider's Guide in December is just like Merry Christmas to me.
Also, the way that you like see it in your head, and I think that's why everybody loves your book so much. You just feel so connected to your characters, and you can just tell you love them. So it's just so nice.
I absolutely do. And the other thing is that like I don't know shit. Like I've had a lot of writers come up to me and say, well, I want to, how do you do this? Like, how does it work? And I'm like, I wish I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. And I always feel like I fail in supporting them, but I think any way a writer does it is right. It's what's right for them. I know people who construct their characters and they are and write amazing books. And then I know a lot of people like me who just have the pictures and we just transcribe. It doesn't matter how it happens. There is no right way to do it. The right way is the right way for you as a writer. So.
That's, I'm not a writer. I wish I could be, but I think that's such great advice. We've talked to someone like last week who said something similar. She thought she had to write a certain way. And then when she just started doing it, how her head had it, she had these incredible stories come out. So,
it's funny because someone asked me during an interview situation last week about whether I ever got nervous about being responsible for all of these books that people had read and had meant so much to so many people. And I said, I don't feel nervous at all because I don't feel special in that way. I feel like I'm the first reader. I'm no different than any of the readers that show up. We all love this world and, the whole thing. And the one thing that so I don't really feel like J.R. No, it sounds really stupid. You're going to think I'm okay.
We like crazy. It's fine.
I don't really feel like J.R. Ward. Like, J.R. Ward is great. I love her. She's wonderful. She looks better than I do and like whatever. And like I do love like going to these events and I love J.R. Ward. It's not, first of all, don't ever trust anyone who refers to themselves in the third person. Okay. They're fucking with you or they're fucking with themselves. However,
it's fair.
Like J.R. Ward, like and it is really me. It's not like I'm pulling some persona out of my ass, but like, I don't know, I'm kind of a dumpster fire, whatever. The one thing that I do take really seriously as the J.R. Ward thing is I am aware when I speak to people or authors that my opinion or my voice carries a disproportional weight than it should because it's J.R. Like, do you like?
Yeah.
So I'm always really careful if I'm talking to other authors that I don't come across as knowing anything more than they do for what's right for them. Because I feel like if J.R. Ward says, "Oh, this is the way I do it," then it's like, well, I got to do it this way or it's wrong. So I'm always really careful when I talk to people, like, you know, you can do this. You can do what I do. Everyone, there's no division between me and anybody else. Like, I was lucky that what squirted out of my head happened to appeal to a bunch of people because there are a lot of writers that are better writers than I am that haven't found the audience. And so I feel really lucky, but I'm always very careful when I speak that, like, I make sure they know that it has to be, because it's such an independent thing, kind of like readers. Like, reading is very subjective, so is writing. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got
No.
on soapbox again.
No,
I love
it's
that.
incredible.
I think it's true. Like when you're writing about like something that you love or passionate about, it definitely shows. And it's like
Yeah.
you can see that in your books. Like you're so passionate, you love them so much, you know them, and I think readers love that. I know I personally love that. So
Well, yeah, like you knew what you wanted. Like you said, you got fired before. You had to
I
get
did.
Zeta's book out because you were afraid to get fired again. So, I think that's great advice for anyone. Like we always say, like read what you like. People should write
Yes.
how they want to write. So, hey, it's working.
Yeah, it is. But I
Mhm.
wonder too, like the fact that I got shit canned by my first publisher, and I was after I'd done 4 Jessica Bird books. And by the way, they were right to shit can me because they were critically well acclaimed, but well received. But like, the sales have to be there. That's the other thing that I tell people is I'm like, this is a fucking business. Don't get it twisted. Like,
Yeah.
like honestly, like you are an author, whether or not you're published. There is no gatekeeping to being an author, and you do not need to be justified by being published by a traditional publisher or even indie publisher. Like if you write, you're an author, you're a writer. But if you do get into the publishing thing, it is a business. Like, so you've got to understand that, like, so I wonder, I still expect to get shit canned tomorrow. Like, no, I know that sounds crazy, but in a way it's a wonderful thing because it sounds Pollyannish, but I still am so grateful. I'm so grateful. Like I'm so grateful anyone wants my autograph. And like people, oh, do you ever get tired of signing books? The fuck I get tired signing books. Are you absolutely serious? That happens at like cocktail parties. Oh, well, you're signing. Oh, fuck you. My husband doesn't take me to a lot of cocktail parties because that's my thing. But I still feel even after all this time, it could be over.
Yeah.
And I think that makes me grateful and it keeps me fresh and excited. And so no regrets.
I think it's great you feel that way, but I feel like there would be a literal riot if you got fired. Led by us.
I mean, honestly, we would probably lead it. We would start the discourse, but
well, I'm very grateful and I will take that support because it could totally still happen. Like when they invited me back for a Polycon after I made such an ass out of myself I'm like, are you sure you want me back? And they're like, oh yeah, why don't you open it on Wednesday night with Jen again? I was like, you're giving me a mic again? And they're like, yes, we are. I was like, all right, let's go. I was like,
we watched all the videos with you at a Polycon last year. We were lucky enough to have Jennifer on last year, right, Ash? We interviewed her too when she was talking about it.
Yeah. She's amazing.
She's amazing. And yeah, when we found out you were doing it again this year, we're like, oh my God. It's just like 2 great minds like coming together to create chaos. And
so she's like one of my favorite people. And I have a joke with her. So Crown of War and Shadow, which is the first of my romantasy series that's coming out February 17th this coming year, is dedicated to Jen because she is like such an amazing like friend and colleague, and she's the best. And I love all of the success. She deserves all of the success. And honestly, Rebecca Yarros, fucking awesome person. Like love her. Like she's Sarah J. Maas, absolutely amazing. Like I love to see these younger women just tearing shit up and like doing all the things. And like I'm an old fart dinosaur at this point, and you know, I'm grateful to still be around and to still be, and having the romanticy come out. It was, came out of an idea I had 20 years ago. I dusted off an old outline and I was like, oh my God, I think this is right for the market now. And, you know, so I'm super excited about that coming out in February.
That's
gonna
so
be
exciting.
So exciting. And I can't wait to be at your book signings 20 years from now, because I'll still be there going to every single, you know, whenever I'm close enough, just being wild.
Girl, I will be there with no teeth, with a face like a basset hound, but bitch, I will be there.
I'll be there.
Books and saying thank you so much.
I'll be there with our little walkers.
Yeah. Here we come.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
that's so great, like talking about the other authors and like you. What's so great is that you guys all create these really strong female characters. And I just felt like you really like laid a foundation for that, and still is amazing. And it's just so nice to see all these strong female characters.
Oh God.
right now.
That was the other thing about, like, so they had me MC the monster romance panel at a Polycon last year. And oh my God, did I get my ass paddled by those two spectacular, Emma Hamm and Adrian May. And they are such wonderful people. And I closed, so I was emceeing and stuff, and I closed it with just wishing them that they have what I've had, which is like, I wish for the two of you 20 years of writing books that you love and connecting with readers. Cause I mean, it's been the best 20 years of my life. And I want that for them because they're great. They're the next generation of, and by the way, the next generation of readers who were at that convention, and they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well,
Katie and our friend Haley got me into monster romance like last year. So that's been my new like dipping my toe and kind of thing, and I really enjoy it a lot.
I was here's the thing, because I'm so fucking stupid, okay, and like I'm always like going 12,000 miles an hour and like breaking things. I didn't actually read what the fuck the panel was about. I just knew that it was like gallery books, like, right? And I'm like a, first of all, I'm a girl's girl, so I like to support my girls. And then I also like, am really grateful to my publisher. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll show up to this panel, like whatever. I had no fucking clue what it was about, right? And so then all of a sudden, there's a question about like centaurs having sex with a, and I was like, I literally, and I'm on the mic, I'm fucking mic'd up, right? And I'm like, and I'm thinking, wait, what? I'm like in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are we? And then it was like, oh my God, he has two dicks. And I'm sorry, this goes too far for this.
No,
okay,
nothing.
No, not at all.
So it's like, oh, he's got two dicks. And I was like, wait, stop.
Pause,
I'm like,
pause.
no. And I turned around to like Emma and I was like, how many dicks do you need in a book? And someone from at the ass end of the audience goes, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. And it was the best. And like for someone like me who loves public speaking and like loves making people laugh, it was material up to my elbows to like, it was the best thing. It was the best thing ever.
If there's one thing about me, I will read anything that has a weird peen. Like if there's a weird downstairs,
It's so true.
I'm gonna read it.
So listen, I haven't gotten into like the monster stuff yet. I guess I haven't tried it, so who knows? But Stacy had me read a book where there was nodding in it, and I'd never heard of that before.
What's
Stacy's gonna have to explain it because,
or maybe not, or maybe not.
If you've never read an Omega verse,
see, this gets way out here.
there, it's like I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Like,
Actually, you would. It's kind of like Rev a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like that. Don't you think that's what it's like, kind of?
Yeah.
So you've already been writing it and you didn't even know.
Oh my God.
You've been writing it and you don't know. I swear. I told Ashley, she really did kind of already do nodding with Rev's book. Like this
God,
is.
think about that. Well, you know, can I just tell you, that leads me to like one of the funniest things. There have been a lot of really funny things that happen, including me writing penis on a whiteboard with a permanent marker and trying to erase it, which still is, and that's actually on my TikTok. It's like whatever, like that was amazing. But so I'm at the signing for Love or Avenged. Okay. My mother is in the fucking audience. Okay. Like I shit you not. So I've got my like little like I you know, sometimes I'll have like a little ginger ale or like a little Coke, whatever, to like sip on, whatever. And my mother's in the front fucking row. And so I'm taking questions from the crowd, and someone asked about that thing. but waited until I had like taken a sip. I just paused because I didn't what did I think was gonna happen? Like, really? Am I that fucking stupid? Like, they're not gonna ask that? But my mother's oh my God. So yeah, didn't even really think that. Which reminds me, like at the Monsters panel at Polycon, Emma was saying, well, you know, someone was like, do you understand how long 16 inches is? And she was like, apparently it's the size of a milk carton. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's 16 inches. So, I mean, it was just, I love it. And then centaurs and the anatomy lesson that I was given along with the audience about centaurs. And yeah, so there's a lot. That's a Christmas card, let me tell you.
Oh. Yeah.
I love weird pain. Like, it is the best thing ever.
She literally will have, she's like, you want to see this weird peen in this book or whatever? I'm like, sure, send it to me. Why not? I'm just at work. Go ahead.
But I love the fact that, like, I mean, this is like a traditional publisher. Like, this is fucking Simon and Schuster. And the fact that like they're publishing these books and publishing them proudly and out loud and like all things, I'm like, fuck yeah. You know?
It's a wild world out there now. I'm
wild ride.
As I said in the panel, I was like, you know, I never thought I would say this, but like the Black Dagger Brotherhood is the missionary like it's like the literary equivalent of the missionary position. I was like, okay, let's go, you know?
That is crazy.
When I started my reread, I was like, I don't remember how spicy, like what spice level these books are. And then I've been listening to most of them while I'm at work. And so to hear that man say those things in my ear, I'm like, okay, they're a little spicier than they're not just flat.
So Jim Frangione is my narrator, and he has been the narrator of Black Dagger Brotherhood since day one. And I once asked him, we were interviewed together, and I was like, how do you handle that? And he's like, you just throw yourself into it. He's like, you just do it. And I was like, okay. But I often wondered, like, what's it like for him, you know? But he's just like, nope, this is what we got.
Yeah, you just do it. I haven't listened to the audiobooks, but I guess I'm going to now because I need to hear it.
He really does such a good job. And it's not like, you know how when you're listening to some audiobooks and they'll be like, and they'll like change their voice for the different. He doesn't do that, but like, but it doesn't make you feel weird. He just does he's phenomenal. He's great.
He really does. And at this point, like, I'm like, okay, you need to keep like, you know, I know how the Black Dagger Brotherhood series ends. Okay. I know how it ends, but we have quite a number of books before we get to that point. And I was like, Jim, you got to keep going, buddy. Like, you got to keep going.
Buckle up.
Better keep that throat good. Drink some honey. Like, prepare.
Hydrated, sir.
So we do have just a couple like fun questions for you.
I'm ready.
Stacy wants to start it out though with questions.
So these are just like our quick rapid fire questions. Yeah. So are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker?
I am coffee. I'm telling you this right now. I get up early. Nobody needs to fucking talk to me. Okay. No one needs to see me. Don't ask me anything. It's 5 in the morning. Everyone else is fucking asleep. So I get that first mug of coffee in. Like, that's part of the reason. It's a public fucking service that I get up at 5 in the morning because everyone else is fucking sleeping. It's the goddamn dog. And I'm like, I am a coffee person, but I can't have it past 11 a.m. because it'll keep me up at night. So I'm like, but I am hardcore coffee, 100%.
So am I. Also, it makes me think of Ashley because I'll be drinking coffee at like 6 o'clock at night, and she's like, I will never sleep if I drink any caffeine afternoon. Yeah.
Totally agree. Yep.
Okay. So if the brothers were somehow on Survivor, who do you think would win?
Vicious would win. He is one canny motherfucker. Like, and also he would win because I think he would play a little dirty. Like, okay. Like, not illegal dirty, but like little shady. Okay. And also he is and fashions himself to be the most intelligent of all of them. And so he would figure it out. But then he would have to go and like save everybody because as much as it kills him, he's actually a good guy. So Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
I
that
would watch that season so hard, but yes, I think he would also win.
Yes.
Okay, so you're in a group chat with all of them. Who is the first one that you're gonna have to mute in the group chat of the brothers?
Rage. Actually, Lassiter followed shortly by Rage. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like my best friend and I have a joke. We joke that if we have something that we think is funny, we will ride that shit into the ground. I mean,
Oh.
we will ride that shit like if it's an earworm and it starts at 10 in the morning, like we will like all weekend long, we will just ride it. And everyone else is like ready to kill us. And we're like, so yeah, Rage is like that. And Lassiter just loves pissing people off.
Yeah, that's like his favorite thing.
Absolutely.
Rage
need to ask the question.
himself.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, in the group chat, Rage would just be in there talking to himself. That's why.
Absolutely. And sending pictures of like, here's what I'm eating. Here's what I'm eating. Look at your ice cream. Yay.
Just mute immediately.
Oh
No,
my
so I said,
goodness.
well, you'd ask the question that you asked me in the car. They're like,
Oh yeah, this is my question.
Okay.
So who's your favorite brother and why is it Zadist?
Yes.
I literally when we found out we were interviewing you,
Oh my God.
Ashley told me we were interviewing you. I called her and I said, I'm asking her this question immediately. Okay.
Yeah. So it is totally Zadist. It's just because of the distance he had to come. I mean, like
Mhm.
it's just when you think about someone who's been through the kind of trauma he has, and like I think that his love story was particularly beautiful because of the darkness in him. And so
Mhm.
he will always be, he will always be my favorite. And yet I will never read that fucking book again. Ever.
Hard. It was
Ever.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Hard. I once had a fish named Zadist.
Oh yeah.
He's my favorite brother too. So I
I didn't know that or I forgot.
That's hilarious. Katie, I think you had a couple questions too, right?
Yes, I did want to know what can you tell us about your romantasy? Like can you give us anything about it?
So I think it is the single best ending I have ever written. Ever. I've written 65 books. The last 50 pages of that book, everyone who has read it, it blows their fucking minds, which means I did my job well. And there's the okay, I'm not gonna, all right. So I'm like weeding through my mind what I can and can't say, but there's just this like at the end, it had one, and the funny thing was something happens at the end and I was like, I don't know how they get out of this. I don't know how they get out of it. I do not know how these two motherfuckers get out of this. And then all of a sudden this thing happens and I'm like, wait, why is this happening? And this is the way it works for me. So like I'm in the I can see the scene and I can watch it through one person's eyes or another person's eyes, or I can stand back and watch it as like a third person. So I'm like there and I'm like, and I can just see everything and the whole environment. And all of a sudden this thing happens and I'm like, what the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? And this is the way it happens. This is the 10% that I don't outline. All of a sudden these things start happening and I'm like, wait a minute, where are we going with this, motherfuckers? And so anyway, I'm super excited for people to read this because one, I love the fucking heroine. Sorrel is amazing. And it has just so many of these great cinematic scenes. That's one of the other things that people who have read it have said, is that it's like watching a movie. It's like watching a fantasy movie and then the ending. So that's what I'm super excited about. And it has a great horse. And my best friend said, if you kill this fucking horse, I'm out. I'm like, no, there's no killing the horse. I promise you.
Well, thank God that there's not, because that would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, I promise you.
Look the book and walk away.
Yeah.
I am so freaking excited for this.
The packaging, and also speaking about the packaging of that book is so beautiful. Like the packaging, I don't know if you guys have seen it, like the cover, the sprayed edges. And what they've done is it's a 4-book series and the sprayed edges all form a picture. And I love it. Like all four together have one. So if you turn them around, there's a whole picture that is revealed.
Oh my
which I think is so cool.
God.
Yeah.
You release all 4 books at once so we don't have to wait.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't. Well, I do
That would be
have
really great for us.
fucking
That's not
books.
one of my questions. It's just an add-on.
I'm gonna make room on my bookshelf right now.
We're in 6 months with Lover Forbidden, and then the 20th anniversary guide, and then the romantasy. Like, how do you have time? Like, what do you?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
have
you
time.
sleep?
There is no time. There's no fucking time. So I have been going to sleep. To put me to sleep, I'm watching YouTube videos on quantum physics and black holes and the origin of the universe and stuff. And like last night, I swear to God, I had my head on my pillow and I was like this. And so there's this little chat of Brian Cox in the background talking about the origin of the universe. And he has this British accent and he goes, and before the Big Bang, when time did not exist. And I was like, that's my fucking basement, bitch. I'm like, there's no time. You go down there, you lose hours and days and weeks signing books, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But no, but you know, I'm grateful. Like, I'm grateful to have the work. I'm grateful that people want to read these books and are excited about it, and that publishers want to put me out. 20 years in this business and to still be publishing is it's the best thing in the world. It is. And it's still the best day of my life, no matter how, you know, everyone has days at work where you think, oh God, what the fuck, you know, why is this happening or whatever, like particularly in like copy edits and stuff, because I'm a bear. I'm so picky about my words and stuff, and I drive people crazy, and then I feel really badly about it. And then I go in the shame spiral, and like I turn into Homer Simpson where I'm eating donuts and like going backwards into a bush.
Yeah, like this.
Like even still, it's still the best day ever.
I love that.
Yeah. I also do that shame spiral where I'm like kind of mean to someone sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I was just now. Then you feel bad, and you're like, was I too harsh or was it good? Like,
yeah. Or someone sends you like a thumbs up, like in a text, and you're like, oh my God, they hate me. Oh my God, what did I say? What did I do? What can I make it up to them? And it's like literally like, okay. And I'm like, well, you could have sent me 700 hearts. I would have felt much better, you know?
I had to tell my best friend, do not ever send me just a thumbs up.
No, do not do that. No, because this could mean like you're a fucking asshole.
Yes.
Okay, like, I hate you, or way to go, dick. You know, like I'm like, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
And instantly call them, are you mad at me? That's
Are you mad at me?
Okay. Oh, sorry. I did have just one more. Just one more.
No,
go ahead.
What can you tell us about the future of the Black Dagger Brotherhood? Like, I know we're in the kids now, and you know, so can you tell us anything more about like what's next?
So the Beloved was really, first of all, like I loved that book. I wanted to kind of introduce readers into like where we are after the time jump. And then with Lover Forbidden, it kind of fleshes out more where the conflict with the lessening of like, where's Lash? What's up, you know, with other people, you know, whatever. And then with the next one, which I'm drafting now, it really goes hard into like, you know, I think there's like temptation that these are the kids of the original brothers, to think that they're children in some ways, not that they aren't obviously fully mature and like living their own lives, but the darkness of the beginning part of the series, you know, it makes an appearance in the Beloved. It starts to get darker with Lover Forbidden, and then we go back into some really dark shit over the next like couple of books. And I think it's unavoidable, because I think that's the nature of Caldwell, New York. It's the nature of war. It's the nature of conflict. It's also the nature of where LW and Biddy go. And so I think you're going to see the books get longer and darker, and like, things are going to get fucked up. But there's still plenty of books left in the series that are in my head, you know, but I do know the way the series ends. The final picture where the door is finally closed, I know what that final picture looks like.
And what does it look like?
I can't tell you.
And what does that look like? We would love to know.
I know, I almost said it, by the way, and I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. But I also feel like it's like I'm kind of superstitious, because like I don't want to say it right now to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want it to be over yet. I still have. Yeah.
That's fair.
It can't be. I got to be at that signing in 20 years. Wait,
Yeah,
still going.
right,
Can't be.
Exactly.
Exactly. And are any more questions, Katie, at all? Are you good?
No, I was too nervous to think of any more.
Oh my gosh.
You got any more, Stacey, that you want to ask?
Well, I mean, yeah, I have tons, but no, I mean, like, I'll just save it for the next time you let us interview you, hopefully.
I'm up for it. I'm very grateful that
Okay.
you guys asked. I really am. And yeah, just let me know. Like, I want to get it out to everybody. So you have to send me the link and let me know. And
Oh,
I want
yeah,
everyone to see it.
absolutely.
I'll be sending you everything probably tonight.
And
so.
I just really want to thank all of you for supporting me for so many years. And it's really it's just great. I mean, I love this community around these books. And again, I don't feel like I'm the leader of anything. I'm just a part of it. And it's just wonderful. And I'm so excited that people are like still fucking pumped to come to Cincinnati. And, it really is. I came from a place of fear for many years. I just didn't want to fuck up. Right.
Yeah.
And now I feel like after 20 years, I can really start enjoying all of just the wonderful things that have happened, because no one can go back and take these wonderful 20 years away from me. And now I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go out and have some fucking fun and just connect with people. And like with you all being so supportive and so kind, you don't have to. And I also said this to a bunch of influencers I was talking to last week. I really think that you all who are in the influencer space and the podcast space advocating for books that you love, you are the hand sellers that we all lost. Okay. Like 20 years ago, there were so many community bookstores, and I'm really excited because I'm seeing community bookstores coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's this new thing. And I am all there for that. But I really think what you guys are doing, it's so important to connect readers. Like, first of all, you all connect with your community, and then you advocate for the books that you love. And it's a way to make those connections that are real human to human connections, which I think I was listening. I also am doing a lot of reading and stuff about AI, and I am not an AI person. I mean, I don't begrudge anyone who wants to use it, like whatever, but I'm like very anti-AI. And one of the things that people are saying is that authenticity is really going to start mattering more and more.
I think so.
And I've even seen it in the YouTube space, just seeing so much AI content now, just glutting everything. And so what you all do, reaching out to people and connecting, I think is really important. And as an author, I'm very grateful, not just for your support of me and my books, but for you and your support of other people's books.
Thank you so
It just
much.
makes me emotional. I'm not going to go too long on this. Ashley knows because we've been reading forever, and like Katie knows because I talked to her about stuff, but like I read all in middle school, high school. It was like my thing. And then we got your books, and it just like restarted this fire in us. And then we were like, to our friends, we need to read these books. And we were going to these signings, and we're like, this is amazing. People want to read books and go to signings and do this thing. And then, life happens for everyone, and we're still reading your books. Like we went, everyone does their own directions and all this stuff. And then me and Ashley and Chanel, when we started this podcast, we're like, all we talk about is books and how much we love them. Like we need to reach out and just like talk to people. And I don't know how we got lucky enough in this universe to get to talk to such incredible women and writers, like especially like you and all these other people, and to just get to pick your mind and talk to you guys and then share it with other people. If I could tell high school Stacey that like she's going to be weird and nerdy, but then like you're going to get to talk to J.R. Ward someday, I would probably literally just like crash out, die, pass out. Yeah, like I wouldn't believe her.
But I mean, I think that that's like the energy that you put out in the world. Like, I know this sounds stupid, like, look, and you should tell me to fuck off, but I like
Never.
I kind of believe that what you put out is what you get back. And that's why you're here. And that's why you have beautiful friends in your life and authors who are willing to come on and talk to you, because good people attract good people. I totally believe it. And I know it sounds but I'm really big into women supporting other women. So I think it's really important. And what you're doing really matters. It matters to people like me, and it matters to the readers who listen to you all.
So much.
I love you.
You guys too.
Speaking of women supporting women, if I don't say this for my friend Haley, she'll literally rip my head off. But she wanted me to say, quote, tell J.R. Ward I worship her. So that's from Haley.
So Haley is my best friend, and she was devastated that she could not be on here too. But we started reading your books together. Like, we read together, we run a book together. Like everything we do is together. Like she is basically the other half of me, and she is just as obsessed with you as I am. So
Well,
so glad you said that.
oh my God. So can I have my best friend moment? Okay.
Yes.
So my best friend reached out to me 20 years ago after she read Love or Eternal, or so it was 18 years ago. And she's a cancer survivor. And she said, she had leukemia. And she said, the way you handled it with Mary really resonated with me. And I just want to tell you, like, whatever. So she and I like talked about, whatever. So she came to a conference and we just really got along. And, all of a sudden, like things were starting to take off and I needed an assistant. I was like, hey, can you do, whatever. So she's like my sister. Right. And this is what is so wonderful. She's always wanted to go see the Northern Lights. And so many people bought books through the virtual signing that I am able to send her on a cruise to go see the Northern Lights.
That is beautiful.
And I got to go down and say to her, I said, okay, stand up in front of the whole team. And she was like, what happened? And, listen,
what's wrong?
We are putting out so many fucking fires right now. You have no idea. Because we have this virtual signing. We get the virtual signing for the Insider's Guide. We got Crown virtual signing. We got, Love or Eternal version. And then we've got the event, so it's everything, whatever. And I was like, you're going to go see the Northern Lights with Hopi and Bleedy and Townsend, which are like her best friends. Because the thing is that she couldn't go because we have a release going and whatever. And so I said, I got it for you as a present because the readers have bought all these books and stuff. And like, you are such a part of this. And so she burst into tears. And of course, everyone's crying. Everyone's crying, the whole thing. But it's like, so that's my point being is like, she's my best friend because of the books. I met her because of these fucking books. And so when people come to my signings and they're like, oh my God, I've been hanging out with these people for 20 years at your fucking signings. And like, they are my best friend. Like I lived that too, And so I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to but so now she gets to do this thing that's on her bucket list. And I was like, listen, bitch, this is on your bucket list. Do not die on me now. Okay.
Yeah. You can't.
Okay. This is not, no. So anyway, she's super excited and she's going with like 3 of her best girlfriends. And like, so it's a wonderful thing to do.
That's amazing. She's gonna love it.
She's gonna love it. And I mean, it just resonates so hard because that's how I met Katie down there was through books. And like me and Ashley and Chanel obviously started this podcast because we don't shut up about books. And it's like you said, what you put out sometimes in the universe comes back to you. And it's just like this love you put out for things and brings so many great people in your life who love them too. And it just makes fucking incredible things like this. And definitely Zadist for sure. He was the best part of it. Okay.
Tell me who is your favorite and why is it Zadist?
And why is it Zadist?
Why is it Zadist?
I love it. Well, I sure am grateful for you all. And I had a really good time.
Thank you so much for making
thank you so much.
I'm very grateful.
And if you ever need people to interview for season 2 on a carpet or something, we would love to
I listen,
sit there and die.
I have an inside track with Passionflix, as it were, and we will keep that shit in mind.
Okay. You keep it in mind.
You tell them that I made everyone that I work with and all my friends subscribe. I wouldn't share my passwords with anyone out of principle.
Like no,
she wouldn't even share with me.
I won't.
I haven't told. This is what an idiot I am. Like, so I went and got a Passionflix membership and didn't even use my own fucking code. Like, I fired my shit up and I'm like, oh yeah, watch it. And like my best friend was like, okay, you have a code. I was like, oh damn. So anyway, I'm paying full price.
That's right. That's right.
I have a signature membership, which means I get to go to set.
Oh my gosh.
So jealous.
I know. Me too.
Anyway,
well, thank you so much for taking the time. And I know you got to go sign a bunch of things.
Yep,
and
I'm going myself and my
do you hear me?
my jammies are, we're going back. Well, I'm going to wash all this shit out and we're going back into the books.
Honestly, mine's probably down there. I bet it's one of the ones you're gonna sign down there, and it's gonna speak to you. And it's gonna be mine. I can't wait to get it.
Like, ah.
Yeah.
This one is Stacy's. Okay. Well, we won't keep you. We appreciate your time so much.
Thank you so
We
much,
can't
you
wait to
guys.
see
I had
you.
such a good time. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. If I can find the button.